You ever just rub your nose on the fucking microphone like this?
Yeah. A lot of times while we're recording.
Like Eskimo kisses?
Is that
know about that?
Is there an extra track on that one, or it's just the four of us?
It is
plus the mix track.
This one guest, but I could always just X the guest out. Should I mute it?
It's kind of like a stress reliever.
I don't know.
Yeah, who cares, right?
I'm not messing with it.
Yeah, it's bad for the audio.
5. All right.
Nikki Silva's deep in the ASMR world.
Just making sounds.
Yeah, by the way, this one is very nice.
It is nice, right?
Not
like
overly sweet.
No.
More in the seltzer game than in the hard lemonade cola game.
By far.
I feel like this is the same. This doesn't taste like fucking like a.
Yeah, but we've had those before.
Yeah.
This is like that one.
The lemonade one is fucking tastes like a nice lemonade juicy beverage.
Yeah, but this is nothing like lemonade.
Lemonade one tastes like diabetes.
Yeah, it does. It tastes like
know?
fucking like a soft drink.
Tastes like Wilford Brimley.
What?
Lemonade is my favorite non-alcoholic drink besides coffee.
When's the last time you had a pink lemonade?
Probably a year ago.
You
Wow.
just really enunciated that pink.
Pink lemonade.
When's the last time you had a pink lemonade?
Pink lemonade.
I like to
ASMR.
enunciate.
I went to Local Burger. I'm sitting on my hands. I went to
Okay,
Local Burger
enunciation.
on Sunday, and
Where's that?
there's one in Bayshore, but they have one at the mini golf place over by my house.
Oh.
And my wife got a Country Time lemonade in a can. Like, she ordered a lemonade, and I know what she was thinking when she ordered a lemonade. She thought she was getting like a nice plastic cup with ice in it. Handed a straight up Country Time canned lemonade.
Wow.
49 grams of sugar in
I
it.
haven't seen one of those in a long time.
Country Time lemonade is like one of my Tourette's words. I'll just be like randomly. I'll just be like, Country Time lemonade.
That's weird.
It is weird.
That's a weird thing.
It is. But I do be saying shit.
Here's another old person. Everything is so expensive. I don't know why this past week I've noticed it, but like
If I say that.
two burgers, 2 fries, a can of Country Time lemonade, and a Diet Pepsi.
Let me guess.
Hit it.
Let me guess.
Hit it.
38.22.
Not even close.
47.60.
Close. It's
Sorry,
over $50.
what'd you want to go one more time?
2 cheeseburgers,
Yep.
2 fries,
Yep.
and 2 cans of beverages.
Should be no more than $35.
I think it was $53.
But you said this is an old thing to say. I'm young, and I would agree completely. Everything's a lot of money.
The
Shit's
rent-
popping off.
The rent's too damn high.
Shit is popping off, but also clip this out because I really like that place. I don't want to speak ill of them.
I'm glad you're finally on the train. Everything is very expensive.
Nice.
Yeah, I know. You don't care. You don't look at price tags.
No,
you will.
but I don't want to think about it.
You will.
Just get fucking
His groceries are a lot
groceries.
Groceries.
when you're a protein girl like myself.
How many grams you getting in nowadays?
I'm trying to get above 80.
Above 80. All right, that's not bad.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
How much do you weigh?
Hundreds a goal. What?
How much do you weigh?
Like
110?
120.
120? Interesting.
You know, muscle on the biceps.
Is it the same for chicks that you should do a 1 for 1?
I think so. I think
That's hard.
ideal,
It's
but
hard
that's
to
a
do.
lot for me.
That's hard to do.
You ripping
Very
Dr.
hard.
Gabrielle Lyons?
I know her.
She's the fucking protein queen.
Yeah.
She had a very controversial, who was she on recently? Jocko. She was on Jocko's podcast, and they were talking about Ozempic, and she's for it, and they kind of like poo-pooed it real fast, and they like moved on because I know that those guys are not for it. So
The company put out a fucking commercial saying like all you celebrities and shit stop buying these fucking drugs that aren't for you.
she was like all about it.
Is that the one that's for diabetes or something?
Yeah,
like that?
they put oh no, it was one of the weight loss. I mean, maybe it's that, but they put out. I think it was Eli Lilly. They put out. I think it was during the Grammys. They put out a commercial. What?
Ozempic.
It's like fog.
You
it's like
know,
a fog.
we got to fix that. That's not usable.
Me?
Yeah.
Why is it like that?
It's the sun coming through her room.
The blinds are shut.
Yeah, but the blinds are shut.
Any better?
Sorry to cut off your thing, but you got to fucking.
Your room is too nice. It's too white. Paint it black.
I see a white room and I want it painted
Well,
black.
the
No
sun,
one's
hopefully the
looking at
sun
me,
goes
though.
away.
I'm,
But
like,
there's
not
a
even-
big ass fucking beam of light just right on the fucking screen on the camera.
Well, she just had a client call her angelic.
Nice.
Oh, because of the way it looks, right?
Call her a little cherub. He didn't say that, but that would
Yeah,
be funny.
said, you're the best.
All right, so back to it. They said don't buy it if you don't need it.
Yeah, they were like fucking like, you know, these medications were not made for vanity purposes, and, you know, like, stop buying them. Because interesting move from the pharma companies, because it's
Can
like,
you just buy them?
I think so.
I mean, if you
got
got enough money,
Or
you
get a
buy whatever
prescription.
you want.
Yeah, you could find a doctor who will write the prescription for the right price.
A little scrippy script, a little docky doc, like, yo, doc.
Well, I believe that's what's happening is that the people that got the money are buying so much of it that there's not enough money for what? There's not enough.
The people that need it.
Yeah, exactly.
What does it do? It makes you lose weight?
Semaglutide
Yeah, isn't it like an insulin thing too? Like it
Yeah.
helps blood
makes
sugar and
you
everything.
not hungry, blocks your hunger receptors.
So that's all they're doing is just not eating?
Less.
Well, it takes less to satiate.
Isn't that what the
Exactly.
gummies do too?
And then what gummies?
The gummies that are on TV with like Dr. Oz. Like it's supposedly it's just a dietary supplement that it just makes you not hungry. But they're saying it eats
I'm
your
out
fat
on
away
anything
while you're
like that.
sleeping.
The
They say it's just apple cider and vinegar.
Yeah, just take apple cider vinegar.
the gummies?
Yeah.
No, this shit's legit. It makes you, first of all, you lose bone mass. That's like the big thing.
That's not
Oh,
good.
is
That's
that
not
big?
good.
You instantly start losing bone mass. That's the short term
Sounds like
ill
negative.
effects. It's only been around for a couple of years, so there's not any kind of long term effect knowledge yet.
People are going to be crumpling walking downstairs.
And so here's the thing. Listen to this fucking crazy
funny.
sales marketing scheme. So you get on it. You have to take it for the rest of your life once you start taking it. And you,
If you have diabetes.
well, no.
Oh,
Once you take it, for it to like keep moving, you got to fucking take it forever. Never taking it, never off of it.
That's like
never
T-
like,
that's
I'm
like-
good, I'm skinny, I'm done. No, you have to keep
That's like
taking
TRT. It's the
is
same,
this like what
same
John
thing.
Goodman did and shit?
it. No, this is post John Goodman. And then you also have to constantly take more of it.
Yeah.
That's not good.
That's a good fucking sales plan. If you're
No,
if
it's a
you're
good sales plan, but it's not good if that's how this thing works.
But the guy Sam Parr got off of it, right?
That's how it works.
Black guy who's on TV with his mom all the time. He does it.
Black guy on TV with his
He's
mom.
always he does
I
those
don't
little
know who
game
that
shows.
is.
He does the game shows. His mom's always on it.
Steve Harvey,
No, his mom's probably dead.
The guy
Steve
Wayne
Harvey's
fucking
like
what's his
70.
name?
Wayne Brady,
Wayne
No,
Brady.
but closer to Wayne Brady. He was on.
Cedric the Entertainer.
No, stop it. Stop it. He
D.L.
was,
Hewley.
stop it. He was first on Blackish.
Anthony Anderson.
Is that Blackish?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah, now
Yes.
he does
He's right.
game shows, and his mom's always on the game show. Like his mom is like
He lost a lot of weight.
He lost a lot of weight. Yeah, he did.
How to do it?
Yeah, apple cider vinegar.
I'm sure some people did
Yeah, I
it
mean,
like
some
with
people
fucking
genuinely-
straight up brute force and hard work and dedication
Some,
over
sure.
many years.
Plenty.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
I like to look at the benefit. Like, give people the benefit of the doubt.
I think if you're like a Hollywood star and you don't have time to work out, there's something wrong. Because 90% of the time you're not doing anything.
What do you mean? Those people are fucking.
If they're not on a movie set, they're not doing anything.
That's so not true.
100%.
Those people are insanely busy. Anybody who's
Who's
like
insanely
in-
busy? An
in-
actor?
yes.
Oh my gosh.
bro, those people have
You're
to.
out of your mind.
No, you're out of your mind.
They have to show up at a certain time, say a few lines, and then they're done for the
Dude,
day.
you are
Have you-
smoking the crack. Well, Gay wants
I'm
to be
not-
on the
I'm
show.
definitely not smoking
When he
crack.
comes on, you should ask him.
I'll ask him.
Like
He's
those-
not an actor, though. He's a bodyguard.
He takes care of them. Those people are scheduled by the minute. Those people are scheduled by the
I'm
minute.
saying,
for everything.
I preference this. Preferenced? I preference this.
Anybody,
Wait, what was it?
What? It's not preferenced?
anybody,
What is it?
anybody
One
who's
Say the
more,
word.
one more try. One more try.
anybody in the public eye
Not doing
making
it.
millions of dollars is working nonstop all of the time.
No. Not a chance.
Well, definitely.
I think they are, but I also think that they have the ability to schedule in the time to do that type of stuff. It's
Sure.
their whole life.
And Yeah, and they have the resources to eat the best food out there.
Yeah, but even though
And if you want to
Not
say it,
even
it's
preparing.
probably in their contract to work out.
well, it depends. Anthony Anderson probably wasn't. He got cast as the fucking fat black guy for fucking 20 years. Like that was who he was. The funny fat black guy.
He's a household dad, okay?
But
Don't call him
but you know what I mean?
I'm
like
telling you right now, actors are
like
not
yeah, Chris
busy people.
Hemsworth, he probably every fucking rider contract that he has includes like a fitness provision and a trainer and like but like I'm sure somebody who's famous, who's overweight and maybe they're because you got to think about like how it breaks down. Like you got like your leading men and ladies, like those people usually are not overweight. They're already in shape, and being in shape is part of their brand. And then you have people that are, you know, overweight and that's part of their brand and they want to not be, but they're just people, they're the same people who have the problem that they have. I think it's like almost like a psychological thing. It's like they have a hard time controlling their relationship to food, and they use food as a coping mechanism, just like drugs. And
All I'm saying
and like,
is that they have a lot of money and time that they can get, that they could work
money
out.
doesn't solve everything, man.
Every time I bring up money, you always say the same thing. Money doesn't solve everything. That's not what I'm saying.
It doesn't.
What I'm saying is that they have the option to get things that can help get in shape.
You don't think
And be
everybody has that
healthy.
option?
What?
You don't think everybody has that option?
No.
I do. Absolutely.
Not expensive fucking pills that are gonna, you know.
Yeah,
stop
no, I'm
you
not
from-
talking about pills.
But you could, you know,
I
go
can't
get
build
a couple.
a gym in my house.
Yeah, but you could go down the block. You could get a couple gallons of milk, start doing curls. You know, a couple
Sure.
bags of rice. You lift them over your head.
Yeah,
you put them back down.
100%.
You
There's
know,
Sure.
a lot you could do you're not
Sure.
doing. A lot.
I mean, that's very unconventional
you know who is a very interesting.
compared to working out at
We
a
should-
gym or with a Peloton or with a bike.
but I mean,
you
you
can do
can't
anything.
afford $12 a
Or a row
month at like
machine.
Planet Fitness.
But that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying they have enough that they could bring it to their own house.
No, yeah, they definitely have
And
more
that's a
options.
huge thing
they
to
have
be able
more
to walk
options
into
than
your
you do.
basement and
But
work out.
I guess I'm thinking like we started this conversation on somebody who would be taking Ozempic, like somebody who's got
Yeah, I get what
who's
you
got
mean.
a
Instead of using that.
Easy out.
yeah, like that's you know.
At the end of the day, you got to make the decision for yourself. You know, it doesn't matter how much money you
Completely
have, how
understand
much
that.
money you don't have. It's inside of you.
And I'm
you
sure
know?
there's people that don't like working out at home anyway. They like to go somewhere and go work out. I get that.
Yeah.
But I think if that's your job and your job is to be in front of TV and to be healthy and to look good,
Yes.
you have time.
Well, you know who's an interesting case study is Ethan Suplee.
Oh yeah, yeah, you do.
He's
Varsity Blues, the chubby kid.
Oh, the center?
yeah.
Okay.
He's looks like a fucking machine right now.
Is he really?
Completely
good
changed
for
his
him.
life.
I thought he was
and his
dead.
like motivational thing. They were he was on no, he wasn't on it. They were talking about him on Rich Roll this morning. I was listening to it after my dog did diarrhea, and
Did diarrhea.
his whole thing is like, I killed my clone again today. Like that's what he says. You know, he's like,
I
because
love
that
that.
other person is the one who, you know, doesn't want him to get up and shit like that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then he has this other kind of cool saying they were talking about where it's like, you know, everybody's just wants to talk about the house being on fire and not do anything about it. You know?
Yeah.
And he's like, that's 90%.
It's easier to do.
Yeah. You know, everybody wants to read all the self-help books, but what are you doing about it? You know?
We haven't fucking really
Discipline.
check out David Goggins. I mean, that guy's a fucking psychopath. But
He's
his
extreme
crazy.
he's super extreme.
and impractical.
No, he's not. I mean, I think he's fun to watch and get like pumped. Like you can watch some David Goggins shit and get pumped for a short term kind of fix. But he's not somebody you want to try to model yourself after.
No, nobody wants your toes to look like his toes.
No, no.
It's got bad toes.
And he's not going to
Workout
make
toes.
it. I don't think.
He's like an ultra marathoner.
I don't think he's going to make it. I hope I'm wrong.
What do you mean make it?
Yeah, I just think that he's pushing himself beyond. Like,
Oh.
he's asking for trouble.
Gotcha.
He's asking for trouble. I think when you're up at that level, like it's I feel like there's something wrong with him psychologically.
No, yeah. It's crazy though. Like, you know, there's a lot of, we always fucking come on here and the kids, they don't know what they're doing. And, you know, the fucking internet and the phone's fucking sucking me dry. But
Oh,
the truth
God,
is that
wow.
there's a lot of positive shit out there if you want to find it. More
Yeah.
so than ever.
There's more positive shit than there is negative shit. It's just that I think that
Think so?
I think so. I mean, I think there's more positive shit in life, generally speaking, for most people. Generally, I just think that there's a hard wiring in human beings that like we just need negativity. We need it.
I don't know.
I think it's a thing. I really believe that.
It's pretty amazing if you do use the fucking pocket computer for all the positive things and listen to the good podcasts and see all the good social media. You can really curate a nice fucking existence on there.
I would agree.
Sure.
You know, if you're not spending it all the time looking at the butt cheeks, you know,
Butt cheeks is where it gets you.
Women are
butt
the devil,
cheeks
the
and
devil's
politics and the fucking Reese's Pieces fucking cups from Costco.
I don't touch politics, but the butt cheeks, they'll get you. The butt cheeks will get you.
Oh, we forgot to ask fucking TJ last week to share his For You page on Instagram.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Forgot all about that.
that would be interesting.
Yeah, but it's
Probably
it's
very
like any it's like any drug. You know what I mean? Like it, or like any vice. It's like most vices, if handled in moderation and with an appropriate relationship, most of the time they bring, enjoyment to your life. But when, out of control or too bent in one direction, they cause problems. I think social media is no different. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's an age thing, a maturity thing. You got to know who you are. I think for 12-year-olds, I think it's a terrible thing.
Oh, I agree. I do think we could talk about the TikTok ban. That's interesting.
What's going on with it? Like, what's real and what's not?
Well, I looked into it the other day. I stay away from the news, but certain things I like to peek my, put my beak
About
in there.
TikTok instead of like immigrants?
No, but that's a big. Somebody said, I think it was Scott Galloway.
There's something about TikTok on there.
I think it was Scott Galloway. John knows who Scott Galloway is. You guys should look him up. He's cool. He said, and I think this was a brilliant fucking, what's it called?
Analogy?
Analogy, yeah. He said TikTok is the equivalent of if China said, we're going to buy the New York Times, Fox, CNN, and all of the major news outlets. Because and Megan says this all the time. Megan says, I get all my news from TikTok. And so he's don't you think there would be there's just something fundamentally not right with the fact, the amount of information that it has on the users and the fact that it's fastly becoming a news platform to where people are no longer looking at mainstream news to get their information, and it's controlled by an enemy. Somebody who's does not have our best interest at heart. He's like, it would be the equivalent of if the Chinese Communist Party purchased in whole fucking all of the American news outlets. That would be an uproar. It could never happen. And if you think about that, that's a pretty good analogy. And it's we're getting lulled into the entertainment value, but it's long-term implications. It's probably not fucking smart. Now,
yeah, I agree with you in that. But the ruling of what they have to do, just ban the fucking thing, because that is censorship at the most extreme level.
What seems
forcing someone to sell something, it's over. That's it. It's over.
Yeah, but here's so I think what's happening, because the censorship narrative, I think it's bullshit. I think it seems as though, because probably without a doubt, there are American politicians who are being paid off that are on the take, because you're talking about billions and billions of dollars. So now that narrative is being floated. This is one of those things to where everybody, if all the adults are at the table and everybody was like, all right, let's be adults about this, just shut it down. Shut the fucking thing down.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
But they're not going to shut it down. I mean,
that's what I'm saying.
Even providing that,
they're going to then turn it back the other way.
Yeah.
And use it for, who's going to be able to buy that thing? Somebody who's...
Well, Facebook could buy it.
So somebody from America has to buy it? Is that what they want to happen?
They're forcing it to happen, or it's
no. From what I understand,
a U.S.-owned company has to buy it.
Because the parent company is called Byte Data or something like that, and that company is firmly square in the CCR, and it's completely government controlled or something like that. And they're saying that they need to divest from the parent company and be, a non.
So just shut it down, and then there'll be another one. Doesn't matter.
I mean, but at the end of the day, shut it down and let fucking Facebook and X and let those guys cannibalize the market. Those are American companies.
I mean, wasn't Facebook doing that and Twitter doing that 4 years ago?
Well, yeah, but I mean, you got however many people you have on the platform. It's fucking hundreds of millions, maybe even billions. Probably not billions, but it's hundreds of millions of people that have a fucking fix. So where they're gonna go? They're not just gonna, hey, okay, I don't do social media anymore. They're gonna flock to the existing platforms.
Right.
There's only one American platform at this point.
What do you mean?
Twitter.
Is that American?
Yeah.
No,
It's owned by Elon.
Facebook is American.
Yeah, but look at what happened at every election to Facebook and how it was like fucking overtaken by
They sold their shit, right? They
by
sold
like
everybody's information.
all the shit you were seeing and like Russian all kinds of things of like Russian fucking bots and fucking Elon fucking took over Twitter, gave everybody their account back that fucking was censored,
Right. Still has a lot of bots though.
I don't think so.
No, it doesn't.
None. Wiped them all out. Like the whole that's the whole thing is like if you're a shareholder of Twitter, X, whatever the fuck it is that
Are we gonna go to X?
their
is it gonna be X?
usership has like halved because they were not real. All of
Right,
those accounts.
exactly.
He's fucking he's made it. And you can go on there and say whatever you want now.
Yeah, but so there's chapters in his book about X. And like when you read like where he's coming from, he's right. He's crazy and he's a fucking billionaire and he does crazy shit. And like when he has a temper tantrum, he fucking like shuts down fucking industries and does crazy shit, which regular people can't do. But where he's coming from is pretty solid. He's basically saying like, if there's any chance of society progressing as a species, like we have to be able to have differing opinions. You can't have like the largest platform in the world skewed towards a left-leaning perspective or a right-leaning perspective. Yep. You know what I mean? He gets accused for being right-leaning because he's shitting on the fucking far left. But like, I mean, I don't know the guy, but I read his book and, a certain amount of hours out of my life. And he's not a right-wing guy. He's just saying like and they proved it out. They proved it out that the algorithm was completely programmed. It was censorship. People were fucking deplatformed, demonetized, blocked, all kinds of crazy shit.
No, all that shit's real.
Yeah, it's definitely
Facebook, real. YouTube, all of these things.
And he says Facebook is the same. It's like, and that's just not you. Like I think it's a healthier version to where people are gonna, outside of like, there's like agreed upon lines like murder and rape and like things that are like outright that most people would agree on,
right?
Like universal. And then everything else, it's like what you say all the time. It's up to you to curate your own experience. Like it's not.
And just be aware.
There's no censorship on the videos and stuff?
Very little.
You could show titties?
Yeah. Forever, though.
Really?
It's always been.
Get on there.
What's the difference between that and Twitch?
Twitch is a completely different
streaming
thing.
app.
Twitch is
But
live.
I'm saying
it's
they
live.
have
It's
people
live
have
videos.
fans. They have. You're not posting videos. You're just going on there
Twitch
live.
is just live.
Just live. Okay. Because that's where people are posting
And then there's like
murders and
it's
shit.
live, and then like chat communities like built around the lives. But like when people are streaming on Twitch, that's real time fans, people that want to check in on what they're doing right now.
Right.
It's so interesting how all these platforms have changed our lives. It's crazy. And where's it gonna go? It's gonna go so much further.
Probably to a big explosion.
Seth Godin was talking about, specifically, he had like a long thing I was listening to the other day about Facebook. Well, he was talking about how you got to own your audience, and, email lists and inboxes and, things where, he's like, I grew a Facebook group to X amount of people and, it was being shown to everybody. It was growing. Then all of a sudden it just stopped and they were trying to take $750 a day from me to continue to let it grow again. I'm not interested in that,
Yeah.
Gary Vee was talking about that, about like the evolution of how the platforms work.
Yeah.
And now like
they reach a point where it's like organic is not even a thing anymore.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's whoever's got the most money.
Well, now what he's talking about, which is, I don't know. It's like, I kind of agree with it, but it's also a little bit far fetched. It's like, he's saying that now it's quality driven. Like, but like, how do you even, if you can't, how is it quality driven if organic doesn't work? But he's also saying that Instagram is shot. He's saying Instagram is impossible.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen.
Lasted a long time.
No, when he's saying shot, he's talking about like
The growth.
the world in which people went viral and fucking just
Right,
skyrocket
right.
overnight. It's
Right.
not. It's not.
Yeah, that's
happening.
not happening anymore.
Yeah, if you're trying, you're a business, you're trying to make a name for yourself, don't go there.
Right.
Yeah.
Unless you got a shit ton of money, I think I saw a shooting star or a comet this morning.
That was a hard turn.
Yeah.
I love those.
I was pulling out of my driveway and like I just saw this beam of light like rocket through the sky.
It was Jesus.
Love that.
I don't think I've ever seen anything like that.
I've seen a meteor
I don't think I've
once.
seen one ever.
You gonna start going
What?
to church with TJ?
You never.
I'm fucking.
You never seen a shooting star?
That's why I wore my Nikes.
No, I
today.
don't think so.
never seen
a shooting
star?
Have you? Have you looked up in the sky?
Probably.
He says probably.
No, but this was like
You're saying
bright,
on fire.
big,
Yeah.
fire.
We were. I was on vacation in Pennsylvania
Fire.
once, and I literally saw a meteor.
That's I think what it was.
It was a meteor
You guys
across
are
the
fucking saying
horizon.
crazy shit.
Made the news the next day.
Well, that was my first
news.
thing I was gonna do, but I forgot when I got here was to,
Go to
like,
see if anybody talked
Yeah.
about it.
I'll go on a Facebook group.
See if
tonight
somebody's
and
got
see.
their ring bell catching it. That's where they catch the aliens now, on their ring bell.
And the dinosaurs too.
I can't believe you don't even have time in your head to think enough about shooting stars, and Meg's never seen one. That's sad.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen one.
Go to the beach at night.
It's amazing when you like are able to get away from like the light pollution.
Yeah.
And what the sky looks
Yeah.
like.
Oh,
Fucking
yeah.
insane.
Well, when I go to
Something
the
I
Dominican
want to
Republic,
see,
and
the Northern Lights.
I have had multiple people come back and tell me that it's very underwhelming, and there's only
It's a very
certain-
small window.
certain times in the
Yes.
year, like you got to do your homework.
Yes.
I've had multiple people come back and be like, "Yeah, I don't know if they took me all the way out there. I have no idea what the fuck I was looking at."
Yep.
Interesting.
My in-laws went there, and they said they
And
really
that
couldn't
like,
see anything.
and like what you see in photos, like there's some sort of an effect that the
Sure.
photo
100%.
creates
Without a doubt.
to make it look like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Photoshop.
I don't know. I'm just trying to.
Looks like
look at the
Frozen.
Bright side.
I'd go and check them out. I wouldn't fucking
It's fucking cold, I think.
yeah, Iceland. I think probably. You know,
Like all the time.
Iceland.
they don't call it Fireland. You know,
Well, Greenland's not green, motherfucker.
It's cold all the time.
That's where Frozen came from.
I had something. I just forgot.
But I think, it's not just about the lights. You're in a fucking foreign country. It's real. It's beautiful. The
Oh,
air's real
absolutely.
clean. Just take it all in.
Yeah, but that's all right. So that's a good component. Like like when people talk about how they're on vacation and they say, "Oh, I could live," I went somewhere and I could totally live there. Like same thing. Like you're seeing shooting stars. Like I think a lot of things have to do with the mood you're in and the context of the situation. Like you go on a fucking on a tropical island and you're not thinking about.
You see a star drop and you don't go, you're out of your mind.
No, but when you're in metropolitan fucking New York, where
Well, nobody's
live,
gonna see it
and
in
you look up at
metropolitan
the
New
sky
York.
and like you don't know if it's fucking a JetBlue airliner with Megan's favorite pilot on it. You don't, you know what I mean? Like there's a lot. You know what I mean? Like if you're in the crispy mountain air and like you look up into and gaze upon the sky as you're puffing on your pipe and you go, look.
You haven't sat in your backyard with a cigar and,
I
and a
don't
little
see
thing
too
of
many
whiskey
shooting
and look up?
stars coming
Are you
over
looking
Amityville.
up?
Yeah, I look up from time
I don't
to time.
think you look up. I think you're lying.
I love to watch the birds. You know,
That's daytime.
You know, my
I'm
favorite
talking
thing about
nighttime with
this
stars.
is a daytime thing.
I can't imagine you sitting there for more than 8 seconds.
Neither can I.
And looking up at the sky.
I don't think he does it.
I don't sit many places for a long time.
I think you do.
The longest I sit is on Zoom calls with Megan.
And he hasn't even stood still for those.
I think you should sit up and look at the stars a little bit. She should garden a little more. You should look at the stars a little bit more.
I'm getting a pool, so I'm going to be in my backyard all the time.
You getting a pool?
I'm getting a pool.
What are you putting it in that backyard?
Yeah, I'm going to put it in.
Man, it's going to be right up against the walls.
Read one of those cards.
One of the ones that you picked out strategically. I'm not answering these.
Did you look at them?
Yeah, I looked at them.
What are they? Are they mean?
No.
Yeah, they're mean.
I mean, this one's simple, I hope. Well, maybe not in Jesse's case. Who's had more sex, you or your parents?
Nothing out of that one.
Oh my god.
I don't know what your dad has done. I think he's beating me, definitely. I think he's definitely beating me.
Let's
That's
just
a good
say,
one.
you know, the world-
Terrible card.
Not for this, but for party times.
Right. Yes. Imagine getting to know somebody and getting that question.
Yikes.
What do they call it? Your number? What do they call your number?
Your body count?
Your body count.
You ever see that? There's a video of like
It's
a girl
crazy.
who's got it's like, well, what if we all wore our body counts on our head?
Yeah.
And like she had 0, and like they have sex, and like the next morning, like it's supposed to like update,
Right.
and it doesn't update, and the guy's like, well, what the fuck's wrong? Like, and she's like, I don't know, maybe it's just there's like a lag in the system, it's not working. And then like he's like, no, it doesn't make sense. It's that was last night. It should. And he peels the fucking tape off, and it says like 987.
That's awful.
Is that supposed to like deter you?
Yeah, 9,000.
Well, I think they were like together. It was like a relationship.
Oh,
Could you imagine what a porn star's numbers are?
Whoa.
Oh
Porn
my
stars?
God.
But I don't think that's something that like I ever really thought about. Like,
No, I just thought about it right now while we were talking about body counts. It's gross.
it's a weird thing.
Woo.
you're better off not thinking about that.
Yeah, I mean, thank God 99% of the day we don't think about it.
No, I'm saying if you find yourself in that situation,
Right.
That's a young person thing.
Totally.
Oh,
20s?
she just fired a shot across the bow.
Is it cooler if dudes have like a high count, do you think?
I'm sure it's not
No.
cool.
Well, but it's like,
Not
here's the
now,
thing.
right?
No.
You poll 10 guys and 10 girls, right? 10 guys, I think you got to reduce that number by 25%.
100%.
And then on the girl side, you got to raise it by
raise it.
25%.
Interesting.
I think you're right.
I like
You
that.
know?
I think you're right.
I think that's a fucking solid statement. That's a solid statement.
That's a fair.
Megan,
But I love women.
She's staying out of this conversation right now.
I'm
Look at
HR right now.
And I love women. He just for the 9th consecutive show. Oh, I'm with women. I'm with
Ladies.
Yeah, he stands with women.
stands for women.
Stan.
I watched a lot of fucking TV this weekend, but no one else saw anything, so it really
The
doesn't make
Gentleman.
sense.
Oh, you know what
I saw it.
You know what?
Fucking
I,
awesome.
oh, you saw what? You watched the whole thing?
The whole thing is fantastic.
Jesus Christ.
It's fantastic.
This is the problem with TV. Now you got nothing to look forward to for another year.
Kurt. Jesus.
I hate that
Christ,
so much.
Kurt.
What do you
Dude,
mean
it
all
hurts
the
the
other
show.
Start
shows?
exercising.
It completely hurts the show.
What about all the other shows?
What does exercising have to do with the TV
Because
shows?
it's going to lessen your curmudgeonness.
I don't have curmudgeonness. I can't say any words.
I said it bad and he said it worse.
Listen, this
I
is
said
it
curmudgeon.
actually works. It's worse for the show that TV shows come out all at once now.
Yeah, but
because
who
you talk about it
cares?
for 5. It's money. That thing. That's what makes it keep on going.
Yeah, but I think, it already set itself up for another season.
Sure, but everybody's gonna absolutely forget what happened. They're gonna.
Yeah, they're going to watch it again.
Nobody's gonna watch it again. They're gonna watch the little clip before the show and go, "Oh,
Yeah, which
remember
I
that
find
happened?
usually
Remember that
sufficient.
happened?" You think
Yeah,
that's sufficient?
joggy memory.
Yeah, that's all I need.
Maybe a couple less heirlooms.
Nobody's waiting for anything anymore. Nobody's excited. You can talk about the anticipation. You used to talk about the anticipation. I remember it
Jesus,
with Game
Kurt.
of Thrones.
We did.
I remember it with Game of Thrones.
Yeah, but now we're
It was
talking about
interesting.
how the show went.
Yeah, but
The whole thing.
if he saw the whole thing, you see 7 episodes. I didn't start it yet.
Well,
What are we
we'll
doing?
Bring it up. You start it, and when you're ready, you bring it up.
Nah, he will be
That's
sick
why
of it.
I said I've watched a lot of shit. Not everybody's seen it. Everybody's homework now. Watch the fucking show. Watch the other movie. What did I say it was?
Poor Things.
Poor Things. Yes.
Oh,
You know,
what is that
my
out
parents were
Hulu.
halfway through it, and I said, and they weren't loving it. And I said, John said it was good. He said it was weird,
It's a
but
weird
it was
movie.
good. So you got them to watch the back half.
Did they? What was the end result?
I haven't gotten the consensus yet. This was yesterday.
They're
but
probably
they were
right
gonna
now
watch it
like,
last
fuck
night.
John.
on. Yeah, never
Movie
watching
sucked.
a movie that guy. That's a weird movie to request for parents.
Yeah,
to
don't
watch
put
it.
my name on that movie.
Oh yeah, I know.
I'm
It was
watching
my
a show on
mom's
Hulu
birthday
about
too.
like
That was
feudal
like a
Japan.
birthday
It's called
movie.
Shogun.
Now everybody's got fucking Hulu? Get the fuck out of here with this shit. I had 3 months of free Hulu. Nobody talked about anything that was on Hulu. What the fuck?
This guy with the fucking.
Hulu.
This guy since 2019.
Jesus Christ.
that was fucking amazing.
It's like,
Since fucking West Industry Athletics, this guy's been getting shit on for not having HBO.
yeah, now I have Max. What's on it? Nothing. Jesus Christ. It's so annoying.
You don't have Hulu?
Not anymore.
What was your favorite Hulu show?
Fucking reruns of the Wonder Years. I don't know what the fuck. There was nothing on there. I watched that Steve Martin show for a little while, but nothing else was on
Oh,
there.
yeah.
my
That's
God.
a
Murders in
great
the
show.
Building.
Great show.
Fucking Hulu.
Murders
It's
in the Building.
unbelievable.
That's a title.
Hulu's got some bangers.
It's all I hear lately.
What
is
are the
Hulu
bangers
this.
on Hulu?
Atlanta.
Is that what what's it called was on it? Expats?
Uh,
Or is that Peacock?
I think expats is a Prime thing. I'm not sure.
Prime. Yeah, you're right.
Atlanta's on there. The what's the Native American show? I'm losing it right now.
Yellowstone?
Fucking amazing show.
Atlanta's an old show.
It is, but it's on there. I've watched the whole series multiple times.
Oh, I haven't. Have you seen Shogun? Shogun?
That's what Jesse was just talking about when you guys were talking over each other.
Oh, perfect.
I
thought he said gentleman.
He said that first, but then when you were saying that it was your mom's birthday or your dad's birthday,
Oh, yeah, okay. I was like, I got it. Got it. Anyway.
Pretty Things was very Tim Burton. It looked a lot like Tim Burton.
Poor Things.
I keep on saying Pretty Things. I don't know why.
And yeah,
Visually,
yeah,
was it very good?
very good, amazing.
Can't wait to see it. I can't believe it's on Hulu.
I want to watch a movie this weekend.
Do it.
I watched Dream Scenario.
And,
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
no, go ahead.
I watched Dream Scenario with Nicolas Cage. I think it's on Max.
Nicolas Cage.
Yes.
Can't watch it.
Very weird, but it's a pretty interesting story. He's a teacher at a college, and random people just start dreaming about him.
Oh, I saw that.
You saw the movie?
No, I didn't see it, but I saw the trailer.
Oh, it's pretty interesting. And so they're dreaming about him, but in every dream he does nothing, and then he starts being crazy and
Yeah,
really affecting people.
of course.
Which is pretty wild. It was a good idea.
Yeah, it's a good concept.
I thought it was a really good concept.
Almost as good as putting your child's brain into your body.
What is that? What is that?
What's it called?
Poor Things. That's what it is.
That's what they're doing?
Yeah, it's not a spoiler alert. The girl, Emma Stone, commits suicide. You don't know why until the end,
Okay.
but she's pregnant, and then Willem Dafoe cuts the brain out of the baby and puts it into her.
Oh my god, I don't want to watch that.
Wow. It's amazing.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I'm a little squeamish, you know.
No, you don't see.
You're definitely squeamish.
Yeah, you do see a lot of
Remember
like.
when I fucking fainted?
He almost fainted at the what was that? Kill Bill, the cartoon scene when there was
sliced
blood
the
all
ankle.
over the bed.
No. When they
Oh, it
fucking
started with the
sliced
blood.
ankle.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll fucking do it.
Yeah.
I don't know. See, that must affect you just like when I see the people changing lights in those fucking electric fans in the middle of nowhere.
What?
The windmills, the big ass windmills
That
can-
takes you down? Windmills?
Oh my no! When they're filming with their GoPro and they like look over the edge, it moves my whole body.
Interesting.
It's oh man.
I have like weird like blood and health triggers, you know, that are just strange. But because it's not all blood, like
It's got to be the same thing.
no, but like certain gory like horror type gore. That doesn't
affect
that
'cause
doesn't
you're-
bother me.
Right.
Like highly realistic,
Right.
fucking like medical.
Like, could you what I can't when I'm fucking scanning the channels, and you watch the getting the fat out. You ever see that shit?
yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I don't think they
Like
do
the
that
pimple
anymore.
popping.
They don't. I can't.
Oh,
do
that's
pimple.
gross.
Can't do
That's
They
pimple.
just laser it now.
Yeah.
You don't think
Something that scares me about
doing
having a child is that like you're the first line of defense when someone like cracks their head open or something. Like when there's an injury,
in the
like
house.
you gotta be, you
Oh,
can't
yeah.
be fight or flight. Like you gotta be
Yeah.
ready to go.
100% why I
Oh,
don't have
yeah.
kids.
That terrifies me. Like
Yeah.
when I was younger, I split my chin open, like chin dangling out of my face. My dad ready to pass the fuck out.
Really?
Like could not handle it.
Wow.
My
Yeah.
go-to reaction, I mean, I don't have kids, but like even for my dog, is like, she's fine. You know?
That's a good reaction.
Always.
I usually curse very quickly, like "Holy shit," and then you're supposed to be very relaxed.
Yeah.
I have it's like I had to break the seal. Like I'm like what the fucking and then I'm like
Right.
Like I'll have it's like a Tourette's moment to where like I'll have a mini freak out and say every bad word in the book, and then zoom, I'm fucking ice cold, and I can deal with bad situations.
Right. I think it's your body like trying to understand how you're supposed to process this.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like my daughter, I was watching TV. My daughter fell down the stairs, and all you heard was the tumble. And it was like, what the fuck? Holy shit. And then you just see them like crying. You're like, it's okay.
Yeah.
You're all right. No problem. Let's get some mice. Everything works. Everything
works.
No, it's definitely an immediate. What the fuck? Holy shit!
Holy shit. What the hell?
My dad used to do that. Like he would freak out about something, and then he'd be like, "What? I didn't even curse. I never curse." And we're like, "You literally said every word that I don't even know yet." And he'd be like, "No, I didn't. No, I didn't."
We have a funny thing at my house with that because like they try like Jack is cool with it. Like he's probably cursing like when he's by himself, like when he's with his friends and shit at school.
Yep.
The other guy tries to pretend like, Dad, don't say that, and I'm like, it's not that big of a deal, but you can't say it.
No, he's in the mirror in the bathroom, and he's like,
Fuckity, fuck.
yeah. He's like, oh, wait.
Yes,
No one saw that.
Definitely.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Wait, but fucking
That kid's probably having sex already.
the little
Oh, my God.
the little guy
Don't say
came home
that.
from school yesterday, and he's like going like he's like in a club that like stays after school. It's like
Like a motorcycle club?
Drug club.
Leaders of Tomorrow or some shit like that.
Leaders of Tomorrow.
Kids
Yeah,
who smoke
that's what it's
cigarettes.
called. It's like a science thing that they do. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's really
I was in the
sweet.
Leaders of
It is
Tomorrow
cute.
club. They were just hanging out with the freshman cheerleaders.
So you better watch out. My wife's gonna get mad. He's talking shit about me.
Bring it on. I'm
so-
saying positively, like he's a cool kid, you know? Not a fucking leader of tomorrow.
All right, so listen. So he comes home and he's like, yeah, these guys on the bus, they were doing crazy stuff. And I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, well, this one fourth grader, he's got a phone. And I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, he's got a phone. And he called McDonald's.
Oh,
and,
man.
and then they called Chick-fil-A too. And he's like, and the guy said, what if I put my balls in your jaws? I'm like,
Wow.
what?
Nice.
You mean like prank phone calls?
They were
Prank
making
phone
prank
calls.
phone calls.
Oh.
And- but I started when he said balls in your and he said it like that. He put it like a fucking southern accent. He's
That's
like,
funny.
He's like, what if I put my balls in your I was cracking up. I'm like, how am I not gonna laugh? How am I not gonna laugh? It's fucking hysterical.
Like, that's a fun part of being a
I
parent.
would be such
right
a
there.
hypocrite if I was like, oh my god,
yeah, no.
this needs to be reported.
Calling the school.
Yeah.
Does Star 69 still work?
What?
Like, how do you prank with a
Does
cell
Megan know
phone?
what Star 69 is?
Yes, of course I do.
Wow.
Isn't
Prank-
Star 69 a return the call? Or you talking? Maybe you're talking about Star 67.
No, I think it's Star 69.
Star 69.
I think Star 69 because I feel like we were like, ooh, 69.
No.
Oh, double whammy.
I think Star 69 is you could see who called you. I think Star 67
One of them is to call as a private
masks
number.
the phone call.
That's
I
still
don't
No,
know.
I think you're right. Yeah, I think you're right. I think you're right.
Bro, I've been fucking pranking since
You do Star 67?
Star
It's
67.
Star 67. Star 69 is the callback.
Wow.
According to Google and Verizon.
Is it still active? Like you do that on your cell phone?
Yo, someone just
Yeah, I
called me.
guess.
I don't know
It
who it is.
seems
Don't
like
go
it's
Star
still
going.
69 'em.
You hit star 67 and your call's coming up private?
I think so.
I think so.
Yeah, it goes doot doot doot, and then you put the real number in, but you don't have to put the real number in. You just put it all in at once.
Do, 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 do.
Dude.
You know, you like hit star 67, then you hear, and then the dial tone comes back, and then you prank.
See, I thought
I hate phone calls.
I gotta answer something. Sorry.
All right.
Curtis left the building. It's going to be funny, whatever this is going to be when he comes back.
Well, hopefully it's not bad.
Yeah, that's true. That's
I
true.
know.
It's probably something stupid, work related.
Let's be positive. You know, I've been in a really great mood past few weeks, and I like always poo poo when people talk about seasonal depression. Like, 'cause I always think that's like, I hate when people like use that as an excuse. But maybe I got it because like I've been in a great mood for like the last few weeks.
Now that things are brightening up.
Yeah, I think there's something to do with that. You know.
Yeah, and you're getting a pool. That is fun.
Yeah, it's pretty exciting, but also scary because I know it's going to wind up costing like way more than I want it to cost. But I feel like, you know, I've held off for doing this a really long time, and now the kids are going to the fucking Catholic school up the block. Got to give them what they want, you know?
Giant fucking cat outside. Holy shit.
Aw. That's cool.
Oh, they're pumped. Are you kidding me? Every day they're like, Dad, when are we picking up the pool? And I'm like, you don't pick up the pool, man.
That's really cute. That's really. When is it supposed to be done?
I haven't made the deal officially yet. I'm going to try to in the next couple of days. But they're saying, the one guy saying that says it's in the ground by the end of April.
Okay, pool party.
Next year. See you next summer.
April of 25.
Oh, hell yeah. I'm going to get you some pool noodles as a pool warming gift.
Like floats?
Yeah, some goggles perhaps. I love goggles.
I'm definitely getting goggles.
Oh, hell yeah. You got to race across the pool.
Laps in the morning?
Sharks and minnows.
I mostly like to do nothing.
What?
In the pool.
I like laps. Like in a hotel pool. Love laps in a hotel pool.
How many laps you doing?
I had a period where I was doing that.
What, like 2?
No, like I had a period where that was like part of my fucking.
All right, so if you had a period,
I had
answer
a
me
number.
how many fucking laps you would do.
I gotta call Brian Bavola.
You're
right
avoiding.
now.
You have to.
I used to. All right, I'm gonna give it to you. So I used to go back and forth. That counts as one, right?
Yeah.
So I used to do like I was getting up to like 20 or 30 of those at a certain point in time.
That's a wide range.
There was a point in time where down the street, New York Sports Club had a fucking pool. That was part of my exercise regimen.
All right, good to know.
Interesting.
I know, fucking.
I'm excited to swim in a pool.
That was
What? I haven't swam in a pool in a minute.
What's the pool scene in Boston? Like public pools?
Oh man.
Not a lot of pools around.
Guys, are they okay?
Was that a
Keep
yes?
talking
I
about
think
pools.
Weed waters make things better.
They do.
Really nice, man. So much better than the regular edibles. They don't fuck my stomach up.
They got a dropper now, this company, and it's like a little, like, you could put it in any drink.
Put it in a poppy?
Put it in a poppy. Yep.
Wow.
5 mg in a like eyedropper, and you put it in anything, and it just makes a weed water.
Just gonna be high all the time.
So anything could be a weed water, less sugar.
Yeah. Yes.
It's like 0 cal?
This one
these
is.
have nothing in
This
it.
is only 25 calories. 4 grams of sugar.
Oh, nice.
You can't you can't beat that.
Hard to beat.
No, definitely not.
Drop it in water.
Poppy's got more.
I'm not scared of that, though.
Not scared of a couple calories.
I'm just all about the protein, you know?
Kurt, you think you have seasonal depression?
I think no. I'm happy most of the time in my life.
I don't know. We can fucking pull some.
I
fucking
just
clips on
argue
the
about
podcast.
stuff. I just argue about stuff because things make me angry.
All jokes aside, I think you're pretty.
But I'm pretty.
I think you're a pretty happy person.
Do you generally like what's your season?
I mean, summer, spring, summer.
Okay.
When things come alive.
All right.
Give you energy.
I think I like
Feel
fall
good.
the best, but I don't even think I'm gonna weigh in anymore because I always thought like, yeah, I fucking like all the seasons, but I was pretty tight this winter. Tight.
Yeah, curmudgeon?
Not curmudgeon.
About the winter?
Not I can't say that word good.
Fall's not good because
Not curmudgeon. Just fucking
everything's
tense. You know what I mean? Tense.
I think the older
No,
you
but
get,
it's
the
nice.
tougher the winter gets.
That's what they say. I don't want to believe that either.
I think it's true. There's certain things that you don't want to believe, but they're true.
You're right.
You know?
You're right. You're right.
Like when you get engaged, like before the wedding, Ralph DeFalco told me this, and I was like, no fucking chance. He's like, you're signing up for 3 to 6 or 7 gigantic blowout fights.
Interesting.
And I was like, no way. You kidding me? Spot on.
like
think
in
so?
life,
No,
in
no,
the
no.
course of.
In the engagement period leading up to having a wedding.
You
know?
think so?
The planning of a wedding is a
I think my
psychotic, is a
engagement was
psychotic
pretty
fucking
good.
scenario.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, I mean it's
Interesting.
crazy.
Well, how involved were you? Or did
How involved? I was super involved.
really?
Yeah, I mean, I
Maybe-
made
maybe
the entire
fucking Kurt's-
set list.
A
I mean, all
party
right.
planner.
So I just dealt with music. What
This
he,
guy made the set list.
What- I
That's
did.
what he was involved in.
I did set list.
That's like not involved at all.
What are you talking about? It's the most important part of a wedding.
I was going to say that's a very important part, but
That's important.
Not,
but, yeah, I guess they'd probably blow up.
But I mean, not a very stressful part of the fucking
you know,
planet.
there's some other things from the aesthetic portion that are important.
I mean,
What about the centerpieces?
no, none of that shit. Are you kidding me? See, what is there to fight about? You just let them do all that.
Yeah, but you don't need there's
No,
not
but then you
opinions
gotta-
needed.
For centerpieces? Do you care what your centerpiece looks like?
Yeah, but I was asked 2,500 fucking times.
You just go, that's nice. You like it?
Yeah, I know.
That's
Yeah,
nice.
but
You
I
like
feel
it?
like-
but at some point during the wedding planning time, that's not enough.
Yeah.
What did you have to fight? I'm really wondering.
I just
what
think
did you
I just think,
get ruffled about?
I think fucking
I don't remember.
weddings.
Then it wasn't that good.
We're not talking about anybody's specific weddings or anybody's specific.
you're talking about
wives.
yours.
No, I'm not. This is just a general statement. I think weddings bring out the crazy.
Oh, well, I
in-
mean, there
in
was a
women.
whole show called Bridezillas.
It brings out the crazy in women. It starts accessing all these weird fucking fantasies that they've had since they're children, and they're putting them all together. And they're like,
Yes, I think there are some women that like
not
that.
sure if they should go for it.
100%.
Fucking, and it's a roller coaster ride. I
We
think.
had one, but it wasn't a fight. It was she always wanted to get married at the beach, and her dad was like, gotta get married
because
at church.
any
Gotta get
other
married at church.
context-
And I was just like, we should get married at the beach. That's what you want. But I mean, it's like just like when we go
And
out
you
to
did?
No, we got married at church. But it wasn't a fight. It was, I totally said it's your decision. Like just like when we go to a restaurant, it's like, where do you want to go? I don't care. I really don't care.
What's interesting about
usually where she says.
yeah,
Yeah, well, she's gotta eat off the menu. She eats
Got it,
different
got it,
things.
got it, got
I
it,
eat
got it.
everything. Look at me. I will find something on a menu all the time.
I say the same thing.
All the time.
I say the same thing. Dietary restrictions, whatever it is, you go anywhere. I'm like, I'm gonna get too much of whatever it is.
Exactly.
You know,
I'm gonna like
whether
two
it's healthy
things.
or not.
Right.
I'm gonna get too much and I'm gonna eat too much.
Yep.
You know,
100%.
So wherever we go.
No, because if you think about it, like if in any other context inside of your relationship, unless you're like a real fucking, person who makes couple makes a ton of money. But in any other scenario, you're like, all right, listen, I want to have a party for 5 hours. We're going to spend $100 grand on it.
Yeah,
They'd be like,
that's the
did you
stress.
just hit the crack pipe?
Right.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
right.
Like, well, but in that
Oh, yeah,
scenario,
absolutely.
but it's what people do.
I mean, I wonder what the percentage of people after they do their wedding, either get into their house or get into their apartment. I wonder what the percentage is of them, of both the man and the female going, that really wasn't a good idea having that expensive party.
I think
sure,
everybody.
I'm sure most.
You think
More-
everybody?
I think most.
More
definitely.
than not,
Not everybody. That's
regret it.
exaggeration.
Right.
Most.
More than not regret it.
That's nuts.
Yeah.
I don't think they fully regret it. I think they might
I
hindsight
think you
regret
got to
certain
give yourself a
aspects
couple
of it.
years.
Wait until you
gotta
pay
give
for that
yourself a
wedding.
couple years,
I think
kiddo.
you sound like three curmudgeons right
That's
now.
an
I think everyone
expensive
regrets
body.
their wedding. I don't
And
believe
I hope
that.
you're right. I hope the people
I
that
don't
you
believe
know.
that at all.
I hope the people that you know prove us to be wrong because
Yeah.
love conquers
I think there are
all.
people that regret certain things that they thought were important that weren't important and were a waste of
Sure,
money.
sure.
But I don't think people
But we
regret
know.
that.
Well, listen, we're
No.
going to be at your wedding. We're going to have a big
Hell
boost.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Listen,
Help
the
you pay for it.
word regret is a very
That's a strong word.
It's a strong
It's a strong word.
Yeah, yeah.
My
Not
wedding
regret.
was awesome.
sit back and go, wow, that was a little irresponsible.
Yes.
You know?
That's what I'm saying. Because my wedding, I had a blast. It was actually so much fun that I was almost asking, when is it time to leave? Because I am tired. Like, I was exhausted. But it was fun. But after that, it was like, that was expensive.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Best
That was
wedding that I've
really
ever been to, and
expensive.
I've said this multiple times. I don't think I've said it here, but was Brian's
No, you
wedding
said it.
during the pandemic.
Oh, yeah?
See, Megan and John hear me too much.
No, you said
They,
it.
they're tired of me talking.
You might have
And it's
said it
very,
last
it's
week.
very obvious.
I think
And
you
I
have
know,
said it.
I know it's not coming from a bad place. I know it's not coming from a bad place, but I know that it's real. I know that it's real.
They're coming for you.
And I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. You know, you choose my spot and you're going to
Well,
get
that's what happens when you're on 19 podcasts.
Yeah, only when there's a microphone in front of you. You know, I'll let it go everywhere else. And I do let it go. You know? But it's like, I'm calling bullshit when you told us that story last week.
I prefaced it. We're talking about weddings. It's appropriate.
Prefacing that, though, which I
Wait,
can't say.
what?
I can't say it. I'm
Anyway,
saying it.
Brian, if you're out there listening, you had the best fucking wedding. You did.
Yeah, you love
It was
his
the best
wedding.
one.
Preface.
Because it was during COVID. Nobody was allowed to go. He lucked out.
How many people went?
No,
It was
keeping it tight.
So
is
I
the
never
move.
told you.
Yeah,
50,
keeping it tight is the move.
50, 60 people.
That's great.
And only, so it was immediate family. The only friends were the wedding party.
Right.
And like a couple of extra in the backyard. It was the best.
Oh,
Because-
that's right. I
Because
remember
it was like, obviously, it's an occasion to celebrate love, right? So you have the occasion to celebrate love, and then you're in a situation where you're really only with the people that you
people
love
that you love,
and
yeah.
that love you.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know what I mean? It was under crazy circumstances.
We
but
had
it
an
was-
older couple
it was
get into
great.
a fight and leave at ours. That was funny to watch.
I
How
almost
many
got,
people did you have?
2. I don't know, 210 probably.
That's a
lot.
Wow. What about you, John?
170. 170.
Ooh, that's big.
180.
Again, I wasn't a part of the seating process, so we could have had 180. I'm not sure.
You're like, I have no idea.
I fucking randomly invited random people the night before too.
Oh God, she probably loved
I'm getting
that.
married. You want to stop by?
That's nuts.
We had our what is it called? What's it
Rehearsal
called?
dinner.
Yeah, we had the rehearsal
Rehearsal
dinner at the
dinner.
Great South Bay Brewery and got had a
That's
couple
fun.
2-3 fucking whatevers, and then I went out afterwards. Not out, but went to someone's house and there was a random couple there who acquaintances.
You invited them to
But because people fucked up were canceling.
Okay.
Were
Yeah, yeah,
saying yes, had them on the fucking, you're sitting here. Day before they were like, yeah, I can't make it. Not for good reasons either.
Right.
And people just didn't show up, which is crazy.
Yeah, that is nuts.
So I used to I was like, oh, well, what are you doing tomorrow? Didn't tell my wife either.
Want to come to my wedding?
She's like, who the fuck are those people? I
That's crazy.
was like, don't worry about it.
People are canceling the night before?
Yeah, they did.
That's wild.
Is there a storm?
Not on my side.
There was a storm on the day of his wedding.
Not on my side.
Love you. Happy birthday.
That's funny.
Oh yeah, happy birthday. Happy belated.
Oh my god. Weddings. Weddings.
I just speaking of things that are expensive and being curmudgeon, I got fitted for a tux on Saturday for my cousin's wedding.
Interesting.
How much do you think it costs to rent a tux these days?
300.
200.
I mean, I'd say 250.
Wow, spot on.
250?
It was like $278.
Yeah.
It's
To
expensive.
rent it?
Yep.
Oh, being
piss
being
in
in the wedding party is a bill.
No, I know. I mean,
it was
he's
that
learning
high.
that for the first time because he's in
When
a
you
wedding.
get put in for, after a while, I started saying no.
For a rental, though, I'm going to say the last wedding I was in or needed to rent a tux for, that's $100 more than it was.
Yeah,
The last
that
That's
makes
time.
sense.
crazy.
You
Yeah,
know?
that's probably fair.
Yeah.
But I mean, I've always figured it to be in the several $100 range.
Jen Panone.
Remember?
Remember you?
Wow.
You've said no?
I've said no.
That takes balls.
Yeah, how many weddings have you each been in?
What?
A lot.
I have not.
I've been best man a good several times.
I had to do the wedding once, and I was in one or two. But that's it.
For your brothers?
I was in my brother's, and I married my friend, which was very
I want to do
What's
that.
his
married
name?
I'm my
That's
partner,
cute.
Andrews.
So now are you an ordained? You're like an ordained minister.
Yeah,
right?
but I think mine runs out.
I was gonna say.
I think mine
like
runs out.
is it universal? That would be cool.
You want to marry
You
me?
just marry people.
You want me to?
No.
I'm 1 for 1. They're still together.
no.
She just said no. They're still together.
That's something I'd like to do. I'd like to marry somebody. Marry some buddies.
I'm just surprised you said no. That's tough.
Well, in the later years, like some of the people who, and I don't think I've said no to wedding parties, but I've not gone to many weddings I've been invited to.
That's two
That
totally
is
different
two
things.
big different things. Yes.
I was
Completely
fucking really judging you over here for the fact someone was like, "Yeah, we're good friends. I would love for you to be in my wedding party."
Right.
And you said no.
That's what I was
no,
thinking.
No, I didn't mean that. I didn't
Oh,
mean that.
okay.
No.
Thank
That's,
God.
That's rough.
I mean, I think you could say it once.
I don't think so.
What if you don't really
Yeah,
like the
that's
guy?
hard. That's
I
a
don't
very.
think you can
How
say
do
that.
you say no to that?
Yeah, it's
I
a
don't
hard
know.
thing to say no to.
I've never
Like,
been.
you're so special to me that I want you to be
Oof.
up at my wedding day.
That'd be heartbreaking.
Yeah,
Imagine.
that would be really
Yeah.
mean.
Now there's like a gift involved too.
Right.
Yeah,
That's
there's
funny
a whole
that for
little
few minutes,
basket.
That's what you guys were thinking.
Maybe
that
you
I
could
did.
say no if the wedding was like a destination wedding. You could be like,
Yes.
I can't make
That's
it.
different. That's different.
I'd
But the
love to
thing,
be
the move
there.
there is to like if you have a destination wedding,
Right.
you don't have a bridal party.
For the most part.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, or very small.
Unless you're fitting the bill.
Yeah. Yeah, you have to pay for yeah, that is the custom. You're supposed to pay for those people.
Yeah.
Fix that wire. Wow. Fell down. I don't know who did that.
My wedding, my family came to it and they were like, "This guy is insane. Like, what the fuck are we doing down here? We're in a third world country. This guy's getting married. Like, he disappeared, and now he's in fucking the Dominican
Somebody
Republic."
we don't know. We're
Yeah, that's
losing
very
Jesse.
Fucking 17 years ago. How about those?
crazy.
17?
Yeah, my anniversary is next weekend.
That's a long time.
17
Wow.
years.
20, you got to buy our own house.
Yeah, my parents
Next
are
year you
coming
can
up. Oh,
fuck
they're
it.
coming up on 30.
What did you say?
My parents are gonna have 30.
Next
in a
year
few
she's
months.
legal.
It's a roll. It's a fucking road. Yeah, I got married in a fucking strip mall, and I rented out a whole hotel, and fucking only my immediate family was there, and it was like a whole village
crazy.
of people. It was pretty crazy.
17 years.
Really
How old were
fun.
you?
24 years old in a
Oh
third, in
my
a third
God.
world country, just rolling the dice.
Only if you had a
insane.
camera.
But
back
it worked.
then.
Listen, I worked out great. My mom actually came to me years later and apologized, and this was like a rare thing.
Yeah.
Apologized, and she was like, "You know what? You could not have picked any. I could not have picked better for you.
Right.
Like I
Oh.
was wrong, and I got to say it. And that was like a very rare occurrence for the old lady.
Yeah. Well, it could have went. It could
Oh
have
yeah,
probably went
I
an
mean,
awful way.
like if my kid pulled that on me in any other country but the Dominican Republic, because I mean we got people there now, we're established, so they very mellow.
have people there
but
now.
like I'm gonna be like what? But at the end of the day, I think you gotta trust your kid. You gotta ultimately like people are gonna do what they're gonna fucking do.
Our kids aren't moving out of the house. They're gonna be with us forever. They're just gonna be in our house.
That's funny because it's like I half hope they are with us forever, but then I half don't.
No,
It's like I don't want them to leave.
That'll go to 90% sometime soon.
Yeah, once you have teenage years and
Yeah.
whatnot.
Because there's a risk, right? Like you get here and she's like, "Yeah, I'm out." You know,
Like 90
Right.
Day Fiance. That's a whole show about that.
I know.
That's
I
You
real
could
know.
have
shit.
been like the first one.
Yeah.
I've been to a wedding.
Of those,
Don't you? dare.
Yes.
those are amazing.
Oh, but they did the whole wedding.
Wait, I don't know what we're talking about. I've been to a wedding. My wife. I don't know if I should tell the story.
But yeah, my
Cut that
parents
out.
probably thought like that's what was
Yeah.
happening. You know what I mean? That's, especially my mother and my sister. They were like the whole time.
Yeah, but where is she gonna go? You bring it to America. What's she gonna do? She really gonna run away? I mean, that would be nuts.
No, it happens all the time.
Yeah.
What he's saying, it happens all the time. People from other countries, not just the women, because we're not saying women are the devil. You already said that a few episodes ago. People will marry people and then they fucking bail on them once they get in.
Sure.
God damn.
Cold-blooded.
That's nuts.
I used to have a guy who was a sales rep, Kevin Boyle, and he was like, he was like older than me, but that was his go-to. Like anytime someone did
Cold-blooded?
something, he'd be like, "Cold-blooded."
That's like fucking Dave Chappelle. Yeah. Like fucking Rick James.
That's exactly what it is.
Rick James.
Some funny older guys out there.
I got a couple of, Megan, speaking of, words of affirmation, I got a couple of fans that recently, podcast people that, Instagram,
Yeah.
like would say, kudos to Megan. Like,
Really?
I got a couple, love that girl. Like on some of the clips that are being
I
shared.
like that.
She knows.
Thank you guys.
She knows already.
Well, what about, do you have fans? Probably not. Cause
I
you're
don't let
private.
anyone. I have like 15 to 20 requests.
Well,
I'm
hold
not
up.
public.
Interesting.
I don't care about this actually. Let any of like your friends be like, "Oh, that little chubby guy, he's so cute, he's funny."
Talking about me or you?
Who cares? Either way, I'd be happy.
Who knows? You might have 12 requests. You might have
Exactly. The girls
You
love
might
you
have
guys.
some requests
No,
in that other inbox.
my friends think you guys are hilarious.
Oh, that's
Well,
They do call you. They call you my older brothers. My three older
we
brothers.
appreciate them
All right, as long as they say that.
big time.
Yeah.
Mwah.
But I don't. I have random people that try to follow me, and I don't want random.
And you don't let it happen? Interesting spot to be in.
Wait, you don't let people in?
If I don't know
It's
you
an
and I
exclusive
don't have
club.
a mutual follow, no.
Such a dick.
He's like, bye bye.
Well, Meg, I got people who have been throwing love your way, so I'm just
Could
passing it along.
Could people DM you without being friends?
No.
Yeah, but they don't.
But they don't. Okay. Did she wink? I can't see her. She's
No,
backwards
I
to me.
didn't.
Did
I did not.
Cut this part out. Cut this part
Did
out.
she give the old eye?
Meg, you can say
No,
that.
I would show.
You're
him
one.
in a
You're one of
heartbeat.
us.
I'd be
If
like,
you
"Look
need
at
to
this
make
shit."
an edit, you just let us know.
I'd be like, everyone's obsessed with me.
Yeah, so you got to be too.
What?
No falling behind. Telling the boy.
Oh yeah.
Everybody's obsessed with me. You got to be too.
Listen.
It's fine.
Get my walking boots on.
Cold-blooded.
I'm going to the magic show on Friday.
That's cute.
And I cannot wait. We have to dress up like fucking full to do.
You dressing
Sports
up in?
coat.
Are you wearing like magic clothes?
like the heels.
Oh wow!
Ooh,
Yeah,
nice.
like heels, dress, skirt
Boom.
energy.
Just in case you get sawn in half, you got to be looking right.
Well, yeah, and they call people up, and I'm like, I don't want to go up.
Yeah, but
She's totally going up.
Just in case you do, you got to be.
I'm gonna need a drink before
You
that.
got to be on Flizzy.
I don't like to public speak. They're gonna be like, "What's your name?" I'm gonna be like, "I forgot. Sorry, no can do."
I think you should do it. That'd be great.
So if you need a silent actress, I could do that. I
wish we had more audience. I'd be like, whoever you are out there, please call her up.
Call her up.
There's like 50 people or less in the audience.
Ooh.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's intense. I don't think I'd want to.
I'm excited.
I wouldn't want to be called up in a room of 50 people.
Sit in like this beautiful spot in Beacon Hill. So we'll see.
Is your first magician?
Yes.
It's my first Asian.
Yeah.
So I was invited to the Orlando Magic game this weekend.
Were you really?
I declined.
Magic and Knicks?
I guess. I don't know.
Like in
Oh,
Madison
that's
Square Garden?
cool.
Is it the Magic and Knicks?
I'm asking you, were you invited to New York
No,
City or were you invited to Orlando?
No, I'm going to Orlando.
Oh!
And,
You said no?
Yeah.
Why?
It's probably going to be like fucking not good seats. And,
I think if you're being invited to a game.
no, but I know the person who invited me, so I don't think the seats are going to be hot. And I don't like it. It's not.
Hopefully that
Yeah,
person
why
doesn't
wouldn't it be
listen.
about like the experience? I guess I'm not getting you Pepsi deck for City Field this summer.
No,
hey,
I guess
let's
what
go
I'm trying
be
to
buds
say
at the
is
game.
it would be a waste. I'm not into it enough to then put that on top. I mean, you go to any
Right.
sporting event and you get up front. You know, I was 5 rows off the field at a World Cup qualifying soccer match in fucking Paris, and never in a million years would I have thought that would be something that I enjoyed. But it was one of the most amazing experiences I've ever experienced.
So if this
But
guy was a
if I was
cooler
all the
guy
way- no.
and you thought he had second, third row seats, you'd be like, Orlando Magic, let's go check
If
him
that's
out.
how that came off, that's not how I meant it. That's not how I meant it. That's not
That's how
I
it
meant
came off.
There's
That's
two things in a
definitely
row
how it
that came off
it-
bad.
This guy's declining fucking invitations to being in people's fucking wedding
Oh,
parties.
man.
Yeah.
What flavor is that heirloom? Black Heart?
Am I just saying things wrong, or you guys think I'm a scumbag? Which one is it?
No, I think you're just
my
saying
God.
things
Yeah,
wrong.
definitely.
All right.
Yeah, we can cut this whole
I feel
episode
like
out.
that's cool. But like going to do an activity in a spot you're not normally there, like even I enjoy that.
No, I
Like a
do
sport
too. I
event.
just would prefer a different type of activity.
All right.
Interesting.
I mean, that's the only sport that's going on right now.
I'm
That's the
very
problem.
interested to also hear what you do in that time frame of which you would have gone to that thing.
Me?
Like what you're doing at that time. I want you to write it down.
Me individually
Yeah.
at the Orlando Magic game.
No. If so, you don't go. He
What are
wants
you
to know
doing?
what are you
What am I
going to do
doing
instead?
instead?
Yeah, no,
Yes.
I'm not now. You don't have to say what you're going to
Yeah,
do,
you
but
don't
I
have
want
to
you to be
know.
conscious
Probably
of.
gonna be at some like fucking overpriced bar, paying like $30 for a drink.
Maybe
Go
the
to the
wrong
Magic
call.
game.
That's
the wrong
probably
call.
the wrong call.
Should have just.
Life's
went to the
about
Magic game.
experiences. You've already had the experience of being fucking drunk at some stupid bar.
I've also had the experience of being at a sports event that I didn't give a fuck about, not in the greatest scenario, and it's like
Oh,
it's, you
well,
know, like
is it going to be a good scenario?
like we went. I don't know
When's
if you
this
were there.
episode come
I
out?
went to I went to a Yankees game once, like,
Right.
and it was one of these like, come on, are you kidding me? It's gonna be fucking great from New York, and if it's a Yankees game, I went, and it was like fucking watching paint dry. Like it was very not enjoyable.
Mm.
But I understand. For me,
It's the company, though. It's
Yeah.
less about the
That's
actual
true.
event, unless you're some fucking
You gotta have
but
good
you know,
company at a
crazy
baseball
fanatic.
game.
You know?
we sat in the parking lot, and we got drunk. That was fun.
Sure.
Yeah, it's more about the company and, where you're at.
Yeah.
All right, so maybe I'll go to the fucking Magic game.
No, it's too late.
Stay tuned.
It might not be too late if it's not sold out. We get
Said
in.
no already.
Something I watched on Saturday morning, I forgot about this also. Woke up, was flicking through the thing, Taylor Swift.
This guy loves Taylor Swift.
3.5 hour concert.
You didn't watch that, did you?
I mean, I started it, and then I went and did the sauna and the cold plunge and got a haircut and came back, and my dog was still watching it when I got back.
That's like the movie, right? The Eras Tour movie.
Yeah, but I will say that I turned it on, don't know why, and started watching it and found myself just like not sitting, like standing in the living room, just being
Standing
like,
up?
wow, this is something.
A lot of money.
Dancing,
Very not yeah, maybe.
hip swaying.
There was a lot of
Production.
yeah,
Yeah.
very impressive.
I mean, that's what you could do when you charge like $14,000 a ticket. You could get a lot of production involved.
I'm
But
not
you can't.
attacking.
But here's
I'm not
the thing: you
attacking
can
Tay-Tay.
charge that much money, so why wouldn't you?
I think it's
Isn't
an
it
insult to people
supply and
who-
demand?
No, I
It's the
think
way
it's,
this country is built.
I think it's people who are real fans don't get a chance to
Next
see
thing
you.
you know, you're working at TikTok, you know, because that's
That's
where
what I
you're coming
think.
from,
I
you
don't
know?
think so.
You're a communist.
I think it's the law of supply and demand.
Definitely is that.
It's just like why that tuxedo is now $278.
I'm not saying people aren't paying for it. People are paying for it and putting it on credit, whatever they could do for their kid. But I think it's a sad slap to the face.
I don't know. I'm not.
And it's not because it's her. Pearl Jam just did the same thing. Their tickets were $1,000 from Madison
market
Square Garden.
market value. Nothing you
It's
can do.
ridiculous.
You're the
Market
biggest
price.
star in the world. You should charge the most price, right?
And you know what else is that they don't like the market is not. I don't think is that huge anymore. Like the amount of people that do that, I feel like is less. Like
That
not
charge a lot?
Not as many.
that
people,
wanna go.
Not as many people go to concerts the way they used to. So I feel like all those companies they have to charge a lot more. All the people that are involved in that business have to charge so much more for what they're doing because like the stars are still demanding huge money. Like you know what I mean, Pearl Jam's not doing that show for less than probably several $1 million. Taylor Swift is not doing that show for fucking less than several. You know, so they got to get it. How are they
Who do
gonna
they
get
get
it?
paid by for a show?
I think they get paid by a lot of different people. They get paid by the venue. I think that
So the venue pays them, right? Just like a
sometimes
comedian.
they
think so.
don't. Sometimes it's
No?
a production company, and the production company they rent out the venue, and then they have deals with brands, and then brands are. It's all.
Well, I'm
kinds
saying,
of,
say like you're a little band, you just got hot, and you're gonna play your first amphitheater tour, right? Does the amphitheater pay for you,
No,
or your?
it's usually.
I don't know why that's
An
I don't know why-
amphitheater. An amphitheater. I think it's a promoter.
No,
that
it's like
rents
Live
out
Nation.
the
It's
Time to go home,
like
folks.
Live Nation.
They rent out. The,
Yeah,
They
yeah.
rent
So
out
the
all of
ticket
the
company pays
amphitheaters.
for you. Okay.
I think that might be,
Live
check
Nation
the
like
facts.
controls the whole thing.
but it's the same thing with Ticketmaster too. I think that they're that.
Live Nation, I think, owns
Okay.
Ticketmaster.
You know.
But it used to be you paid the bar would pay you. You know what I
don't
mean?
think
If you
so.
went,
I think the
I mean,
company
going,
is paying
going
the
way back.
yeah. Well, and the
Going way
smallest,
back. Yeah.
not at
Yeah,
an
on a
amphitheater.
smaller
Right, right,
At a
scale.
regular, at a regular bar, then yes.
Amphitheater.
But at an amphitheater, I think the production company is renting it, the space, at
Yeah.
a given price, depending upon the time of
Gotcha.
year, day.
Yeah.
You know,
okay.
I think it changes. I think
interesting.
there's variation in it.
I think so.
Most of the time, it's production companies.
but and I also know that like some of those are somewhat aligned with venues too.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
Taylor-
So you play a certain path.
I think so.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, like they used to do. I mean, you probably remember this. Like all of like the fucking college, like the college concert market.
Right.
Like back when we were in college, like that was like now it's all done on Spotify and playlists and shit. But those were like the original like breaking artists thing. Like if you would get college tours, and if all of a sudden the college market was into it, then that would be like
Push you to the
the
next
push
step.
to go
Yep.
to the next step on like the national level.
That's where Destiny's Child started.
It's where a lot of people started.
This guy's listening.
Peace. Coldplay started on college.
No, SUNY Purchase.
Purchase.
Yeah, Coldplay and Kanye were like first year of college for us.
Yep, big time.
And it was college.
Jimmy Eat World,
MTV.
Jimmy Eat World.
Was it MTV?
Oh my gosh.
MTV Total Request Live. That was
No.
like ending.
No, there was like an MTV channel that was like underground.
MTV2.
I was gonna say MTV too.
I don't think it was that.
It was
Liquid Television.
MTV2. would
I
j-
know
just
there was
play
an MTV
just play videos.
Maybe.
MTV2 was cool.
I thought it was another one.
I did start watching that other documentary about Nickelodeon. The
Mark Summers?
Quiet on the Set thing. No, not Mark Summers. It's about the other guy.
I liked MTV.
It was pretty interesting, but that's the problem I'm having is I was kind of out of it on the spot that they're talking about.
My mom was like Gen 1 fucking MTV fan. So like MTV
Yeah.
was immediately inserted into my life.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Immediately.
Not even a thing anymore.
No.
Bizarre.
But it was like a cool, like you go back to that time. I mean, for what it was. I mean,
It's very cool. It wasn't
not-
channel 2, 4, 7, or 11.
It's
Like,
not cool. I mean, what we have now is so much beyond that. But it was cool that like it was such a universal experience.
Yes.
And inside of the channel had different genre and niches, but you'd have to tune in to whenever that was going
Yep.
on. Not like genre and niche at your fingertips. You had to like you had to sign in when your shit was on. So it's a fucking cool thing.
Or you just go right over to BET, you get whatever you want. You know, if that's what you want.
What about Scrambled Spice?
What with the
Do you remember that?
the old remote control where you get a little
Megan,
halfways?
Do you know about? I mean, she definitely has no idea what this. I don't.
Nope.
No chance.
So
Scrambled Spice.
you remember the?
What do you think Scrambled Spice?
She has no one could know what this is unless you were there. So the TVs that used to have the turn dials. You've never seen
Oh,
those, but
God.
like back there was a point in time when TVs.
She just said, "My
So
God."
back in time, there was a point where TVs. No, this is good. This is an educational moment.
Okay.
So the
My
TVs, you had to
God.
turn the channels like this, click, 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 like a physical fucking click. But there was a dial in the middle to where you can kind of like fine tune it.
Kind of like a radio.
Yeah. And like there was
Back in the day when
there
you had
was
to turn
some
the
sort of a
radio.
thing, and I don't think like maybe it was brainwashing or something. Maybe it's the government and only
No,
like
it's called bad.
only young boys,
electronics.
only young boys like at this time period know about this. But like you would like tune it in between like channel like 8 and 9 at like a certain time, and you get fucking porno. And it would be like coming through. It'd be coming through in like waves.
I can never watch it like
you
Like
that.
Avatar people.
you couldn't see the full screen because there was like static and like filtering. Like so, all of a sudden you'd be like, there'd be a titty, boom, and then it would go, and then it would go away, and then it would come back, and then people would be doing it, and it'd be like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, you're like, wait, was that a
Wow.
guy's ass or a
like
girl's ass?
That was
Tie-dye.
a real thing,
Like
and that
they're in a
existed,
tie-dye
man.
filter.
Never have I heard of that.
Look
And,
it up.
and so Spice was the name of the network, right? Like years later, it came out as a thing. Like when
Yeah.
like, for pay-per-view, Spice was like a network that you could pay for on pay-per-view. But like you could get there at the right time if the sun just shone through the
Interesting.
window the right way.
I wonder if there's not, I might do this.
What?
Like, can't you just recreate that and make like a YouTube channel that's just that for endless
like
hours on end?
scrambled porn.
Wow.
Yeah.
You would told our marketplace.
You
of,
would
like,
get people.
I would
that
play
were
that.
our age, like guys our age would fucking. That's an
100%.
Instagram account.
Yeah.
Ew.
Good idea. You might have just
Probably
started something.
exists. Probably exists.
All
probably
right.
just a
Thank you
filter.
guys.
It's time to go home. It's
I gotta go
Yeah.
take my wife out.
Yeah. Happy birthday, girly.